YouTube, what is good? Happy Tuesday. As you can see, great batch of orders to start the week off. Starting off with some ones, shadows, silver toes. We got a GS pair of threes. Love selling used GS because it's a little more difficult for us to do. Brand new black cements next to a lightly used Tinker next to a brand new DB3. Got some used fours. Brand new PSG 4. That's definitely one you don't see too often. We got a Lightning and a Thunder. Metallics, Win Like 96s, royalties. Some LeBrons. There's another pair of LeBrons that we have to find. Some concept runners. Blazers, more runners, 97s, 90s, infrareds, of course. What the KDs next to the Halos, next to the super smoke pair of Laker Kobe's that we sold for like 50 shipped. We got two 9060s, some Ant Edwards, some Adidas, brand new pair of Space Jam 9s, just a little yellowing on that. And we can't forget about a little bit of clothing on this side. We got the Oilers Wayne Gretzky jersey. I believe they're in the Stanley Cup Finals. I'd assume that's why that's sold. We got a Devils jersey going out. I picked that up in the latest flea market video. Shout out to everyone who watched that one. We dropped that one on Sunday. Greatly appreciate the support. The blue Timberwolves Latrell Sprewell, that's not one you see as often. Speaking of as often, the Chris Carter Ohio State jersey. Green Eric Emanuel Yankee shorts, brand new. Pink Dolphin shorts. And we got the pleather leather Vikings jacket, which is funny because we bought a Pele on Saturday. And it's like, what are you doing buying these type of jackets in this weather? And then a jacket like that sells a couple days later. Please excuse me, a little tired, did not get the best sleep last night, but that's okay. We're here. Anything else about the orders or anything?
Yeah, what's going on, guys? Nice batch of orders going out. Not gonna harp too much on the J's, but there are like 2 or 3 that I do want to talk about. Obviously, the Black Cement 3s. Definitely want to talk about that shoe. I've been seeing a lot of people with that pair lately, the 2024 version. Honestly, I think out of all the reimagines, OG retros, whatever you want to call them, I think the Black Cements would probably have worn in the best out of all of them. The Thunder 4s is hilarious because we had a guy come in the other day asking about, choosing between those and the flu games. I was like, yeah, we have four Thunders and a 12. Like, they're not even gonna sell. And sure enough, over the weekend, we sell a size 12 Thunder. Honestly, it might be shoe of the year when you talk about look-wise, wearability, and then the numbers is done. Like, it's a $400 sneaker. I'm not surprised to see stores selling for $450 to $500 just because like that shoe just continues to go up. So shout out to that person just because that's a really clean pair. Watch It Thrown 9s, super fine pair, super clean pair. Arguably the best LeBron model. Triple white Air Max 97s, can't go wrong. Space Jam 9s, one of my favorite J's that I've never had. Honestly, it's probably like the only OG that I've never had. We've had that shoe come in and out of the store. Just sometimes I just don't be in the mood to buy it, but that is definitely a great sneaker. I think it's up there in my opinion. And then the Flyknit Oreos, or the Kanye's, whatever you want to call those, super good pair we've had for a while, but really happy to see it go so we can make more space for other stuff. And the beautiful jerseys are all going out. I ain't talked about real fast, but the Wayne Gretzky going out. Shout out to Oilers because I really want to see Connor McDavid get a championship. Got so close last year, fell short, so pretty sure they're the favorites to win it this time. Super fire jersey. And then the New Jersey Devils. Love seeing New Jersey Devils stuff grow out because obviously that's the home team, and it's a good piece right there.
Yeah, great way to start off the week. The LeBrons, funny about those. I was speaking to a customer either last week or 2 weeks ago. He was just talking about specific LeBrons and he was wondering the history behind that one. I was pretty much telling him how historic that specific colorway is and also like the value of it now these days. Speaking about my favorite colorways, the Air Max 90 Infrared, definitely in my top 5 Air Maxes of all time. The Ye Knits, one of my favorites, definitely takes me back to a time. Every time we get that shoe in, I always contemplate about looking for a pair myself. Probably it will eventually in the future, but nonetheless a great colorway, great shoe. Definitely a if you know you know. On the metallic 5s, like Jordan said, that arguably could be sneaker of the year compared to most of the Jordan retros that have come out after that. Prices are still like up there for those new and used, so the fact that we can sell a used one in that condition, it's really awesome. So shout out to her about that. Beautiful array of clothing, really like that jacket. Definitely not appropriate for this weather, but great colors, purple and yellow and the black. And then I love the fact that we sold this Eric Emanuel shorts because those have been in the case for a while, and the fact that we can finally sold that probably because of the weather, it's really awesome. But shouts to everyone who bought off the eBay.
Shouts to all y'all. Let's see what happens today. What's up, man?
Hey, I'm good.
How you doing?
All right, how you been?
Pretty good, man.
How's fatherhood?
It's alright.
You look like you're tired, bro.
I am tired. What's going on?
Get a few more. I'm trying to.
Got some stuff to sell?
Yeah.
Sweet, I can check it out. How you doing?
All right, how you doing? Some dead stock, some used, some used.
This is everything, or you have more stuff?
Nah, this is everything.
Okay, cool.
Most of them I got from you.
Yeah. Yeah, the one market is definitely
Down.
yeah.
Those good stuff.
Did you have like a price in mind for the bundle? You want to go shoe by shoe?
I mean, I did the math. I did like the research on eBay.
Gotcha.
I came up with like 33. But if you want to go shoe by shoe, we could do that too.
Alright, I mean, at least you have a number I could look and see what I come out to do, like full value. Did you have like a list of the pricing, or did you just have?
Yeah,
like,
I wrote everything out. These are the first pair I bought from you. Still got the little church on there.
Damn, Bordeaux's. That's a throwback for sure.
I wore those like once.
Yeah.
These, I didn't even put a price on that. Those dead stock. He's got the old sticker. Those are the ones I bought. Took that picture of me in buckets.
Man, that was way back in the day. These are both used, right?
Yeah, both of those are used.
Okay, cool.
These got some marks on them. I don't know what, but.
So you want me to just come up with a price and see where I'm at, or?
Yeah, we can do that. I ain't trying to be here all day haggling and shit.
No, I'll see what
I honestly don't wear it.
So yeah, 3,300 is tough. You want to go through the list and kind of see where you were at?
Yeah, we can see where we differ.
I feel like we're gonna differ on every shoe, Loki.
Probably.
Yeah.
I pulled everything off eBay.
Yeah, it's hard because everyone's listing shit on there. So
I
like,
got the Obsidian. That's first on the list.
where do you have them at?
100.
Okay, we're not too far up there. The lows, the Jordan 1 lows.
The Starfish.
Yeah.
I saw 175.
That's tough used, I think. Because brand new they're on like 160 right now. I was at like 50 on those.
50?
Yeah, just because brand new they're like 150. Blue Games.
175.
By 100. New ones came out.
Oh, okay.
The new ones are going for like 2 to 250 new. So
Okay.
used is tough. Cap and gown.
I had 4.
Gotcha. Let me take another closer look at these because I know these are rare. But let's see if I can. Dark blue.
Probably wore it 2-3 times.
Maybe we'll come back to this one. Shadows, where are you at there?
175. I saw those were going for more than what I expected on eBay.
Yeah, these I was probably at 75. I think they're supposed to come out again. Barretto.
150.
I was at 100. I was kind of at 100 on all of, I don't know where you're on the backboards.
I was at 2 for these.
Okay, yeah, so that's where we're definitely off. I was at 100 on these too. I feel like these go for more, no?
No, these are going for more eBay.
Really?
They were going for like screenshot. I was going off all the listings because some people got them
High and low.
for cheap, but they got like 1 review, for like 1 sale.
Yeah.
So you know they probably.
Were you on the Kendrick Lamar?
I had 4. There's 1 pair on eBay or 2. One's going for like 12, and the other pair is for 5 something. But that
Yeah, I see a brand new one for 600. I see the used one for 550. Pretty cooked one, but they're going for $40, no bid.
there's a few cooked ones.
Man,
There's not that many clean pairs.
No, you're right. This is a tough one, man. It's because like, who's looking for those? You know, I know obviously nowadays with this whole beef situation, it's a little more helpful, but
You got the clientele.
I would hope so, but not to sell them for no 4 or 500. Yeah, I don't know. These might be worth keeping. I mean, if you do eBay, like.
Nah, I ain't got time for that. I tried, like, I post some stuff, but I ain't got time.
Got you. We got on the Storm Blue.
I have 5.
Last sale's 300. That's what makes it difficult. Currently lowest ask is 480, but that's a tough last sale. Concords?
Whatever. 250.
Okay, I think we're kind of in the same ballpark there. Bordeaux?
175.
I had them at 100. I might be able to go a little more than that, but 175 is probably too much. The breads?
I have 250.
Got you.
The 11s, I have all 250. But those are win like 82s. I got that.
Yeah, those are I like low. The fusions, I assume are low.
Yeah, that's icing on the cake.
Yeah. So hearing your numbers, I mean, I could come back with a number, but I don't know if like you're stuck around 400 on something like this. Like I can't get close to that.
Well, where are you at? Fine with everything.
Let me go back through and see. Try to adjust a little bit. So
we could kind of, I'm kind of meet somewhere.
Like 1750.
1750 for everything?
Yeah, that's what I came out to. At first I was at 16, but yeah, you're good.
We do 2?
2 is tough.
For everything. I don't want to take nothing back home.
You want to do a big coin flip?
So 2. So let's do 2. About 218.50.
I couldn't do that. I was thinking, because I'm at 1750 as a middle. A lot of this stuff is, I mean, it's somewhat rare, but it's like not stuff that's moving like that for us. I was thinking more like down and up, like 15 or 2.
Come on. All right, 1752. Let's do the coin flip. And get out of here.
I don't know. I think 1750 is a pretty good offer, man. Like, I don't know. I don't want to really go above that unless there's like some type of like benefit to possibly go below. Because I was at 1550 at first.
You just told me 16. And
I made it 6. Yeah, I made it 16. Yeah, but I was at 1550, like with my numbers, and then I'll go up. Like right now, I'm at 1740. I'm calling it 1750. You know what I mean? I'll flip 18, 17.
And keep in mind, I bought most of these offers, so you already got paid.
I understand, but I don't control the market value. I don't control them coming out with gratitudes and all these ones and plummeting the market on a lot of this shit. Like,
about 17, 19.
I could just do 18. I would just call it 18 and not gamble.
Why you don't want to gamble? You got 50-50 shot.
Because I'm paying more than I usually would because I know you, honestly. So I'm already kind of trying to up it a little bit.
What, you want to keep the kid? But you looking for some type of benefit in the back? Like,
no, I'm just saying like 18's a pretty good, that's a pretty high offer. I mean, if you really want to flip 19, what do you say, 1917?
Yeah, I said we could do 1917.
All right, fuck it.
Bet.
So
you got the coins right there.
You got coins. I'll flip it. You call. So you win 19. I win 17.
Yep.
All right, call it here.
Tails.
I can't even see what that is.
Tails.
Damn. I knew I was going outside, man. All right. What's the best way? Zelle?
Yeah, Zelle's good.
Just double check. Should be good though. Your name came up. All good?
Yeah. All right, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'll see you next time.
You got me. It's all right.
Nah, man, it was fair.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Middle ground,
Can't have that, buddy.
If you want a car, you can pick one of those cars. We usually let the kids take a car. Those
nice.
ones on the ground.
Okay, thank you.
If you like one, there are a couple left, couple remaining. All right, YouTube, we just got a big transaction on film. customer of mine that used to come to my first store. It's funny because we had another customer come in here before that who I don't think was on camera, who was trying to do a white cement for size swap. He wanted us to pay him $40. It was a very weird interaction. You know, sadly, sometimes when you're in business for a long time and people shop with you in the past, a lot of people feel like the business owes them something. That's kind of like what just happened there with that transaction. He was very stern on like, I have an 11.5, I want a size 10. I should pay him $40 because he's claiming the 11.5 goes for that much more than the 10, when in reality they're literally going for about the same amount right now. And we have 11.5s in stock, so it's just a very awkward conversation. And sometimes when people don't do this every single day and don't follow the market trends and don't have a sneaker store, they don't know the market trends, right? The market's different than it used to be. It's not always like, oh, the bigger sizes is going for that much more than the smaller size. Stores need them. It's not always like that. Occasionally it is, but it's not. Sadly, we didn't get that on film because it was actually hilarious. But we did get this on film. Bunch of shoes. As you can see, he bought a lot of them from our first store. That's one of our first stickers, the Top Shelf Kicks, Nick's logo. But again, we don't control the market. Flu Games re-released. Jordan 1s are not going for what they used to go for. Jordan 1 lows. A lot of this stuff is just not what it used to be. But we did get Cap and Gowns, which is a shoe we don't get often. Some Storm Blue 1s and a bunch of other stuff that we have to go through. One shoe that's interesting that we got is this Kendrick Lamar ventilator Reebok. Low-key, these do go for a lot of money, but who's paying a lot for these? I don't know. Hopefully someone on our eBay, but I highly doubt it. Hopefully get some more content. That's what's happening right now.
No, wait, oh, you got it?
I got one, yeah.
It's not bad.
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, so you had some type of trade in mind, possibly?
Yeah, whatever you think. Nothing crazy to trade up. If you want to take them, it's fine.
Did you have like something in mind on your end?
It's only 280.
280, yeah.
So maybe like 45 on top.
You had 45?
Like 45 on top.
Okay, let me see.
That works for you, man.
Yeah, hey, it says HS1's calling. I don't know what that is.
It's like nothing crazy, man.
Yeah, let me see.
What's up with those Galaxies?
This one is 13? 13, yeah. So 45 might be tough. The way I'm kind of valuing it is like 150, like 10 each here.
10 each?
So it's kind of like $100 difference.
100?
Yeah.
How much would you got these?
50.
And these?
100.
100. That's cool. And these, like these iron.
Yeah, like I low-key wouldn't even take them, but I mean, I could try to do something.
Yeah, let's go.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you want to check these out?
You always look out.
Yeah, no, try. Some
You always look out.
better than others. It's a good shoe.
I was gonna get them though. Every time I look at your shit, wow, I gotta go.
Oh, yeah.
I always look at your eBay. See what y'all got. Yeah, always.
What's the best way for the difference?
Let's see. Let's see what I'm to card.
Got you. Mac, you grab the terminal.
Oh, you want me to sell you?
Actually, forget. Yeah, you could sell if that worked for you.
I forgot.
Yeah, all good.
You got it?
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate
it. Always.
All right.
Yeah, if I come across this, I'll let you know if it films.
Yeah.
Alright, we were talking about white cement fours earlier. We just did a trade for a white cement four. Right now we're charging $280 for white cement fours, which is, roughly what it is if you were to purchase them on StockX or GOAT after fees and time. And when it comes to trades, obviously, it's like, we do what we can do. A lot of people sometimes forget, not that he forgot, but a lot of people in general forget. It's like, what's the best price you can do? And then you give them a price and they come in here trying to trade a bunch of stuff, right? Obviously, it's a lot more time consuming to try to sell 5 pairs than 1 pair. It takes time, right? We have to take pictures, we have to clean, we have to post, we have to wait for all of them to sell just to recoup the amount that we thought we'd get from 1 pair. A lot of people understand that, some people don't, but that's one reason, obviously, if we're doing a trade, it has to make sense for us because it's just more time consuming, right? I'd rather have a white cement 4 in stock than all this stuff, to be honest. So, but shouts to him, he's a good customer of ours. He's always, making fair deals. Got a pair of used 3s, we got a used pair of patent bred 1s, and then we got 3 pairs that for the low ski, but that's okay. Let's see what else happens today. We're gonna sell some stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We'll check it out if you like. Is this everything? Is this everything or are there more?
No, that's it.
Gotcha. Do you have a price in mind for this stuff?
I don't know. See what you say.
Gotcha. This is a shirt. I don't know if you want to keep that.
You buy or sell it too. I didn't know I'm in there.
Everything's new?
Yeah. Everything but I knew that. Don't worry. I came one time, remember?
Yeah, I think I remember Travis Scott's, right?
Uh-huh. So yeah, I got more, but it's whenever I have a problem, so I go to the...
Anything in mind for this stuff?
Tell me what you're talking about. Say what you're saying.
Like 500? So talk to me. These three are lower, you know, so I don't know where you're at on those three. But let me know what you're thinking.
They low. I know they low. That's what I think. I don't know, 550 low. So I don't know.
Want to do 525 or flip 550? Like a coin flip, 550? Or I could do 525 in the middle?
We have 550, papi, look.
I don't want this. I don't want this.
Right, give it that 525. I might flick that coin and miss.
Yeah, I hear that. I missed earlier. What's the best way of payment for you?
Same thing, Zelle, whatever you want it. No matter.
Zelle's been acting weird. Do you have PayPal? PayPal?
No.
Venmo? Apple Pay?
The Apple thing, I think I had the Apple go one time. The girl told me something about the Apple Cash. I'm sure you told me. That one, right? Apple Cash?
Yeah, it would go to your balance.
It would go there?
Yeah. Top Shelf.
And I know you guys had a 2.5 in the working Kobe for 350. I was wondering if 350 was your best price.
You said we have a 10.5 in what?
The Whoopi Kobe.
Okay. Yeah, I'd assume we could do better. I mean, did you have a price in mind?
Considering that you've been dropping immensely, would you be able to do like 230?
I don't think we could do 230. Do you want to pick them up or get them shipped?
I was going to pick them up if it came to like a good price. Because right now they're at 205 lowest pass. What would the lowest you would go?
250.
350?
250? 250, yeah.
250? Okay. Do you have them in hand at your store in West Buffalo?
We do, yep.
Okay, no problem. I'll probably just drop by then and come pick them up for myself.
Alright, sounds good, man.
Thanks.
Alright, have a good one. Okay, so not sure if we're including that phone call. Someone called in regards to the What the Kobe's. We had them up for $350. Obviously, yeah, the market did adjust. Things do happen, right? We'll put something up when it's an early release or when we first get it and price is here, and then they restock 12 times and price is there. So sometimes we miss that opportunity to price drop. Occasionally when people call up or come in, you know, we adjust prices due to what the market condition is, right? If at one point it was $350, it doesn't matter if it's not $350 anymore, right? We have to drop the price. That's at least how we do business. Even if we paid a certain amount, we still kind of have to go by market value. So with that being said, if you guys are on our eBay page and you see something priced high but you're interested, shoot us a call, shoot us a DM, you know, say, hey, could you do this instead of like what's the lowest you can do. Usually we kind of try to be where the market is, so if you guys have a fair offer or an offer, we can break the ice that way for sure. But you know, in this particular case, obviously we had a shoe price about $100 over market, so we did drop that now that we have it to our attention, and hopefully he comes in and picks them up. Top Shelf.
Hey, how you doing? I think that you got on your website the Cardinal 3, size 8.
Okay.
It says best price. Would you take 180 for them?
You need them shipped?
No, I can pick them up.
Okay, and it's a new pair?
Yeah, it says 220 for a new pair, but it says best price. That's all, brother.
Yeah, I mean, we would probably do 200 in store for them.
Do you have them in stock?
We do, yeah. If they're on eBay, we have them in stock.
Is that the only 3s you have in Southeast?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I'd assume we have more. I don't know if you checked the eBay store to see if we have more. It looks like we have a brand new black cement. We have a bunch of different used pairs. We have a brand new cool gray 3, a muslin 3.
You got the brick by bricks, the 4s?
We don't, no.
Are you getting the SB4s or no?
I mean, we've had the SB4s. I'm not sure if we have that size. I think we have an 8.5 in the SB4 and a 7.5, but no 8.
How much are they?
I'd assume they're like $325.
And that's the navy blue ones or the green ones?
The navy blue.
I should be there for the Cardinals. I should be there in a few minutes.
All right, sounds good. Bye-bye. Do you have price in mind for it at all?
Nah, not really. Kind of just seen. I wonder how these creasing. This leather probably stays good.
Anything in mind for the clothing?
Like the G unit, I pay like 70. I pay like 70 for the rent. No, I'm probably not getting that, but nah, not really. I was kind of just seeing where you was at with it.
What about the shoes? I know those are kind of low. I don't know.
Yeah, it was kind of whatever with those.
Maybe like 150 for everything.
What did you have on the Live Strong and the AI?
I think it was like 20 each or somewhere in that ballpark.
Alright. Alright, go quick.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What's the best way of payment for you?
Cash, Zelle, whichever.
Let me see if this else been acting a little funny today. Let me check. It's definitely cool stuff. These, I don't know how they're going that low. I mean, all the colors are.
Bro, come on. And then the craziest thing is, I only wore them like twice, and both times, yo, those are fire.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And I'm like, they're in Foot Locker though, and you're paying
going
some
for like
resale.
half
You're not
retail.
even getting that off the shit you pay resale for.
I know, it's crazy, man.
Good roll, bro. Appreciate
you, man. Have a good one.
Yo, you too, man. Have a good one.
Air Max Plus. What are they calling this exactly? The sky blue. Obviously, this is a little different from the other colorway that came out, the OG blue colorway, when they did that run of the purple, the orange, and the blue. These aren't going for anything, like $100 brand new, crazy. Carhartt Whip shorts, don't even ask, I have no idea. We got the G-Unit t-shirt, fire shirt right here. I kind of think that it's like a reprint. It is, right? I kind of knew that. Still cool though, still cool. We got the actual AI shirt. This is an actual one from back in the day. That's cool. We got the Nike Town New York City shirt. That's pretty sweet. And we got the Ren and Stimpy tee. Oh joy on the back. Ren and Stimpy classic. That's crazy. Speaking of crazy, is this a fake Fruit of the Loom tag or am I bugging? Oh man, the day gets better and better. Yep, this was probably not the best buy, guys, but it happens. And then we got the Live Strong jacket, brand new with the tags. At least this is real, so hopefully we get some money off this. I did not even look it up to see what it goes for, but at 10, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, I gave him 150. Yeah, that was crazy. That was definitely not the best purchase on my end, but let's see what else happens. Getting out of here today. It was one of those days we're very backed up with inventory that has to get flicked up, inventory that has to get listed, drafts that have to get looked at. As you can see, we have a nice batch of orders that are going out tomorrow morning. That's obviously great. In case we're not here on Saturday and you guys pull up, so sorry, but we're probably going to be closed Saturday because we're going to a sneaker event. Obviously, we haven't been to one in a while, so I do want to get out there, even though it sucks that we have to close down. Obviously, would hate that people come through and we're not available, but we've been available every week, every Saturday for the last, I don't know how many months, but we've been available. So that being said, so sorry. Other than that, a ton of stuff to do. Obviously, as you can see, the batch of shoes on the counter is looking great. Kobe's, New Balance, Up Tempos, Travis Scott, Metallic 5s, all types of stuff. Can go on and on about that, but it was a long day, so I'm about ready to get out of here. Catch you guys later in the week.
YouTube, what is going on? Today's Friday, June 6th. Beautiful batch of orders going out before we head to the sneaker show tomorrow. Up top here, an Aquatone one just sold. We have another one next door, but really happy to see that go. Wash pink. Right now, we're in the process of moving things and taking stuff off the shelves and rearranging. This is one of the shoes that was about to get sent to the warehouse. Thankfully, ended up selling. Over here, our first time selling the new reimagined UNC ones. Not a big fan of them. Probably said it multiple times on camera. Definitely said it multiple times off camera, but decent looking shoe. Just don't like the details and everything like that, but shout out to that person because I believe they paid under retail for that pair. Over here we have a size 16 Heritage one. I don't even know where that came from. I don't know if I bought that, if Abe bought that. I truly don't remember, but it's crazy. Size 16 and an I'm on my year 2. Just so that I'm on my year 3. Over here, of course, we got a white cement 4. Regardless of what prices are at on that shoe, we're continuously buying that shoe because we see the vision in that shoe. Next to that, we have an SB4, a shoe that was going for retail at one point, and then when it dropped, it went right back up to like $350. So really happy about this one. It was flu game. The hype on that kind of, you know, dimmer down, but still nonetheless a really good shoe. Over here, we have a Jordan 36 EYBL. I've never really been a fan of this specific Jordan, but this colorway is just crazy. Said it before, if you're old enough, you will remember that certain schools got PEs back in the day. I remember being in middle school. The only school, if I'm not mistaken, that was LeBron sponsored, or was Team LeBron, was Fairfax. They used to get all the LeBrons back in the day, wherever LeBron he was on at the time. They would always get, obviously, the school colorways. We have two What the Kobe's. Talk about a shoe that dropped significantly. That shoe is like $250 now. We got a used 11.5 and a brand new 13. So right back to back, which is really, really nice. We got the Griffey ones, the Vault Blue colorway. I really would like them to bring that red pair back because that red pair to me was the best one. Next to that, you have a TN plus the blue pair. Between that, the orange and the purple, that to me is my favorite pair. That to me is the best pair as well. Over here, we have a size 9.5 Air Max 90 Slon. On pictures or in pictures, this shoe looked really, really good, but in person, I'm not really a big fan. There's a little bit more detailing. We got a black gum bottom SB. We got a core purple Dunk Low. We have a Wolverine ASIC Gelite 3, and then we have a Reebok D Brown pump. Super fire. Like I was saying earlier, yesterday, moving a lot of stuff around. That was one of the shoes I was just staring at and asking myself, like, why is this shoe still here? Ended up selling last night, which is really, really awesome. Over here, I like to call them the Dipset foam posits, because that's what it reminds me of. Over here, we got a pair of Kobe's. I actually had that pair when I was younger. Got it from the Nike outlet. Crazy to see how the Nike outlet is like kind of like just trash now. And then we got a pair of Asics. Again, another shoe we were about to send to the warehouse, but ended up selling. And then we got a Supreme baseball jersey. Burrowing anything for the people.
Yeah, one thing I wanted to mention about this batch is that it's very sneakerhead budget friendly. From the UNC ones, the fact that we sold those under retail is crazy. I still think it's a great shoe, not my favorite iteration of it. Another budget friendly sneaker, the white cement 4s. Absolutely love my pair. Really happy I was able to grab them for retail. The flu games have been selling for us. Those aren't really going for too much either. And talk about another budget friendly sneaker, the What the Kobe's. The What the Kobe market's pretty crazy. The fact that you can get them for a little over retail is really awesome, and at the end of the day, still one of the greatest Kobe colorways out there. And shouts to Nike for re-retroing those. The Air Max Plus Hyper Blue, I've been seeing those go for sale for the past couple weeks. You could definitely grab them for under 100, which is pretty crazy. Going down to the bottom, random array of those Air Maxes, Dunks, Asics, and Omnis. Love the no box stuff. I believe I showed those foams to a customer that asked about them not too long ago, but I'm glad those finally sold because I low-key was upset that didn't go through. And then the Supreme jersey is definitely jersey weather and definitely time to, you know, get some cool pieces out of your closet. But yeah, I'm really happy with this batch. Definitely a great batch to end the week and going into the sneaker show. Hoping we can find some more great deals for you guys out there.
Bro, reminded me one thing about the white cements. It's funny because the Air Max 90 Mandarins dropped today. 95, excuse me, dropped today. Everyone texts me saying like the sneakers app is trash, and I wholeheartedly agree. It's just crazy how we can hit on the white cement, but we can't hit on a regular. Shout out to Indiana Pacers because they played last night. Tyrese Halliburton hit another game winner. I'm kind of sick and tired of Tyrese Halliburton, I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty tough. 4 games in a row or 4 series in a row, hit a big game winning shot. You saw the Indiana Pacers jacket that's not here. Kid you not, since this run that they've been on, we've been selling like almost all of our Pacer stuff. It's really dope because again, like a small market like that, but a passionate fan base like that, we don't really sell Indiana stuff like that. But really happy to move a lot of that stuff. Let's get this stuff flicked up, packed up, and shipped out today. He just did a transaction off camera. Didn't get time to roll the camera. It was a little busy. A lot of things happening at once. Trying to find orders, trying to help multiple customers. Shout out to this gentleman, originally from New Jersey, but he's now from VA. He traded for a Mary J. Blige Supreme t-shirt and a Supreme hockey jersey, and then he got cashed out for the rest of this stuff. Over here, he just got some Air Maxes, missing the lace, but brand new social status, Smack Attack, Terminators, and then some Sakai's. That's like not the greatest stuff, but then we start getting into the good stuff, like a Metallic 5, Off-White 5. You guys know what this box is. Don't have to do too much. We've had in a 13 use. This is a 8 right here. Flu Games, and I'm on my year for the beige pink looking colorway. Yeah, that's about it. Honestly, we sold a pair of Off-White 2s off camera, a pair of White Cement 4s off camera. So we sold another one of those. Said it earlier that I think that's going to be the shoe of the summer, and we're already selling them, you know, to start the day, which is really, really dope. Nice couple transactions. Hopefully today's a little busy day. What tends to happen the day before these shows, we usually have like not a chaotic, but just a really upbeat, fast-paced day. You know, everyone wants to sell their stuff before we go to a sneaker show and stuff like that. Really looking forward to that because it should be a good show. It's been I would say months. It's been a couple months since we've been to a sneaker show, so it's going to be fun. And then I think the best part for me, at least, is that like this is the first time with a special guest, someone that I think a special guest, you know, someone that's cool to me in my eyes. I think they've had other guests before that were dope, but like we weren't there. But this is the first time that, you know, going to the show, I think they have a dope special guest in my eyes. Michael Vick. Some people, they might not care, but to me that's like a childhood legend, one of my favorite players of all time. So get a lot of good content, a lot of good interactions, and overall just a good day, just be around stuff that we like. 1 o'clock right now. We got some work to do, but yeah, see you guys shortly.
We really didn't get too much content today. I wasn't around earlier. Now I'm here. It's Friday night. We're not going to be here tomorrow because we're going to God's Soul. Should be a great time. We haven't been to an event in a while, and you know, it's just nice to get away once in a while. So if you come tomorrow and we're not here, so sorry. We tried to announce it, but you know, sometimes, you know, things pop up. Speaking of pop up, this is what sold: Baron 1s, Neon 4s, DMP 6s next to Playoff 8s. Those are two real classics right there. Take Flight 8's not really a classic, but you know, a re-retro version, kind of like that Undefeated vibe. Speaking of that, I've been seeing a lot of pictures of the new Undefeateds. Crazy to see those are coming back out. Statue of Liberty 10s, if you were around sneakers at that time, it was a good time, but it was a nasty time. Anything was selling for more than retail at the time, and that was one of those shoes that it's like, I don't know. I guess it's cool for a certain fit, you know, if you want to get that Liberty vibe off. There's not many shoes that look like that, but that's one of them. All-Star Kobe's next to a brand new Reebok TZ, next to some 9060s. Pacers jacket. I was just talking earlier about how, you know, in this business, it's very just like, you know, we curate so much stuff, and then all of a sudden a team gets hot, or, you know, a celebrity wears a shoe, or a celebrity wears a jersey, like whatever it is, all of a sudden things get hot. That was a really cool jacket that I got back in the day, and I kind of didn't take any offers on it because I was just like, man, this thing is fire. I know it's folded up so nicely, but I mean, check that out. That's an awesome jacket right there. Held on to it for quite some time, to the perfect time. Obviously Pacers won last night, and they're in the finals, so all that merch is selling. Speaking about merch is selling, Nick stuff, that's a youth mellow jersey I just got, and this is a promo sample pair of Hyperposits right there, size 13. That's a shoe, if you found them, you'd probably find like a 15 or 16 or 18, just like a weird size. That's a 13. Nice to see those going out because it's like one of those shoes that I know it's rare, but it's harder to sell. Other than that, yeah, just trying to like stall for content right now. We're probably going to get out of here. At least I'm going to get out of here a little early. The guys are going to get out of here a little later. Anything else before we go?
Since it's already unraveled the Pacers jacket, let's talk about that real fast because I mentioned it earlier. That jacket is just really cool. We kind of just hardcore on what A said. Just something about just specifically clothing. It's long money, you know, like sometimes this stuff we'll have for years and it doesn't sell, and the team gets hot and it just starts selling, just like not just a team, but like a certain team. Like being in the tri-state, we sell, you know, New York stuff, we sell Jersey stuff, but a team like an Indiana Pacers is just stuff that we don't ever really have people coming in asking for. So a jacket like that was definitely something that was going to take a while. And one of my favorite features on that jacket, I don't know if you could see it on the camera, the zipper is purple, it's faded, kind of like, you know, the Royal Ones laces. Like it's now purple, which is kind of cool to me. Starting up top with the Baron 1s, I love that sneaker. I feel like a lot of people don't really care for that sneaker, especially during that time when it dropped the 9s. Everyone went after the 9s. I feel like I was the only person in the world who went for the 1s because to me the 1s were just really cool, and that was my first time ever buying a pair of 1s. Like that's my first one. So for me, that sneaker will always hold a special place in my heart just because it's nothing special, but it's literally the one Jordan 1 that got me into ones and started liking it. And honestly, I hooped in that shoe before too, and like the traction on that shoe is amazing. Age, shout to that person, just got 2 in, and that pair is super clean. I just love that sneaker too as well. I hope Jordan Brand starts retroing the lows, because I think the lows are just super fire. Take Flights is funny because we get that shoe all the time, and it's not the greatest looking sneaker, but it low key sells. It just takes a while. And then the Reebok TZs, I said before, it's one of my favorite Reeboks, you know, from the 90s. The Nation Marzella pair is definitely a fire pair. Where that, I know we all talked about looking for that pair before, and it's just super hard to come by, but man, that pair is just super nice. And then the Stay Mellow, I know A just got that from the flea market a couple days ago, but just seeing that number 7 Mellow jersey is just so iconic, especially being in New Jersey, just technically that being like the hometown team. Yeah, nice little batch that's supposed to be going out tomorrow.
Great batch to end the week off, I guess you could say. DMP is definitely a classic right there. Glad that it's a shoe that's very affordable now, especially used new conditions. TZs, every time I look at that sneaker specifically, it screams 90s. It's such a vintage looking sneaker, and I like every aspect about it. The Kobe's, funny story about those, I actually got a free cooked pair a long time ago from a store that closed down ages ago, and it's currently sitting in the back of my car, just in case I need to mow a lawn or do anything dirty. I put those on. It's not the current or the most recent version, but one of my favorite Kobe colorways. The Joe Fresh goods, I remember when I owned those, I wore them a couple times, and eventually more colorways and more silhouettes of that specific model came out. Love this little Knicks duo right here of the jersey and the kicks. Sad that they're not in the finals right now. And then the Pacers jacket, not surprised to see this go out, especially the way they've been playing. That game last night was crazy, and my prediction for game 1 was totally off. So yeah, we'll see how the rest of the series goes, and if the Pacers keep playing at this pace, no pun intended, they might end up winning the whole thing.
Didn't you say if the Pacers beat the Knicks, they'd win the whole thing?
I think I did.
You might have said that.
I might have said that.
So yeah, we're going to the show tomorrow. Matt's first show.
Woo.
Matt, anything that you're expecting tomorrow, try to speak a little louder because of the air conditioner.
So like, it's not the first time I go to like event show like this. I've been to like vintage event. I always thought like the vintage people and the sneaker had kind of like different vibe. I don't know what to expect, you know what I mean? But I'm with the guys, so I don't much intimidate me going by myself. We'll see, you know what I mean? I want to look around, see if they have some cool vintage stuff, or you know, sneaker, obviously. We'll see.
Anything else?
Any shoes you're looking for?
Any shoe?
Anyone.
If I can find the Travis Scott Jordan 6 Olive for a good price, then I might.
We're all looking for AMA 3 size 9 because we oversold that. So it'd be nice if you could pay $150 or less. We got $150 back. I don't think I'm looking for anything in particular. I do want those new diamond turfs, the black and purple ones, but that's one that like I feel like I could probably wait and maybe get on sale or find them at the mall randomly. So that's fine. But like if I walk into Got Soul and they got a pair for, you know, maybe a little less in retail, that'd be nice. You know, white cement 4s would be good to just have for the store. What the Kobe's, Dodger Kobe's, Air Max 95s. I would like to get some if we got some of those good OG colorways, but at the same time I feel like it's a gamble with those because I feel like soon they're just going to drop a ton of them and everyone's going to be happy. Other than that, I don't really know what shoes we're looking for. Probably just good deals. I know we're backed up with stuff here. eBay Live is in the works, so if we start doing the eBay Live thing, hopefully we'll be able to get rid of a lot of shoes we have here, sell them for good prices, and just kind of recycle because, you know, we buy a lot of shoes, whether it's in-store, at shows, online, whatever. We always get a lot of shoes. Speaking of that, it sucks that a lot of people are already hitting me up like, oh, I'm going to stop by tomorrow. Oh, you guys are open tomorrow, right? We're not. So sadly, not a lot of people read sometimes or look at stories or anything like that, but that's okay. Again, we apologize. Made an executive decision here. I'd love to stay here, but you know, it's good once in a while to get away, especially go to a show. We haven't been to one in a while, and you know, the content as well. You know, you guys might like the videos. I don't know. That's cool as well to put out some more content. I guess that's it. One and done. Catch y'all Tuesday.
Halliburton from 3.
YouTube, what is good? We are back. It is Tuesday. Crazy day outside weather-wise. Crazy day inside order-wise. Crazy day in the back inventory-wise of stuff we got from the show. So We're all in here early, which is great, getting things done. Starting off up top, not too many Jordan 1s going out. That's okay. We got some Zoom Comforts and some lows. Tinker Air Max 1 Jordan 3. A lot of those Tinker 3s are very popular amongst a lot of people. You know, with the swoosh on the side, they made a bunch of different colorways. They're a little harder to find nowadays because they haven't made one with the swoosh in a while. Black Cat 3, said it once or twice, that's a great shoe, whether it's used or new. Those sell pretty well. Speaking of pretty well, Off-White 4s. Didn't think that would sell as fast as it did, honestly, but they're pretty clean, so nice to see those going out. We got some Red Thunders next to some metallic 5s. Might have spoke about metallic 5s, how, you know, prices were like $350 and people thought we were crazy, and now they're $450 and people are buying them. So again, you know, we try to price stuff what the market is, similar to like a brick by brick situation where, you know, prices might seem high, but then if you wait too long, you're going to have to pay another $200-300 maybe for a sneaker potentially. So if you like something and you think it's a decent deal, you should grab them before they possibly go up. Parmines next to some Varsity White 6s, 2 classics right there. Winterized 8s, not really a classic, but good quality on those. The Diamond Turfs, Deion Sanders, I feel like they're making a lot of colorways in that shoe. Nice to see. Obviously Deion Sanders got a lot of popularity going on with his coaching in Colorado, so I feel like Nike made the right decision there. Cobalt foams, don't see those often. LeBrons, we got the G-Shock in there. Occasionally we do, you know, have watches and just random stuff on the eBay store, so glad to see that one going to a good home. We got the Nike ID Mamba Day Kobe's. If you remember when those came out, that was like the stock version of the Mamba ID Nike ID edition. You could have, you know, changed it up a little bit. I know a lot of people added purple, yellow, whatever, but that's like the stock edition. Comes with a cool card inside about you know, the amount of, what was it, Kobe Day, or the amount of points he had, or some stat line, I forget exactly what it was. Brand new GS Wrench Reverse. Check prices on the GS pairs, definitely up there nowadays. Bruce Lee's lightly used next to a brand new Travis. Last Shots next to the 3M13. You might not like that shoe, but retail on that shoe is probably like $200 or $220 back when retail was like $170. So the 3M is definitely a cool effect. Gratitudes next to University Blue 9s. I guess we'll talk about the clothing on the side real quick here. Fear of God jeans, don't ask. Nike T, we got the Arizona number 23 jersey. I don't think it's for him, but who was number 23? Derek Williams on Arizona. He was like the #1 pick or top 5.
Lefty, right?
Maybe. That's possibly a Derek Williams jersey. Very cool. RIP Kobe Bryant. That's an authentic. We got a Ewing Mitchell and Ness swingman going out. You know, with the finals going on, people are continuing to buy basketball stuff, so it's great to see. Kith T. And we got this leather Olympic Games jacket that Berwin traded in. Very nice to see that going out. It's actually going to Germany, so shouts to Germany on that one. Going to the SBs, the, I don't know what those are called exactly, Gardinas, S-Cargos. We got the SB Supremes, Riots, Dog Walkers, one of my favorite pairs right there, Wu-Tang. This pair right here, I don't know much about. I forget exactly what they're called off the top of my head. Slon. Every used pair we've gotten in has went pretty fast, which is nice to see. Speaking about nice to see, these right here, Bloody, what are they called exactly? Bloody Tailwinds or something like that. Super rare pair right there going out. So happy to see them go, and they sold for over $400, so that's always nice. Roshe Runs. If you know, you know. One of the most comfortable sneakers from back in the day. Crazy to sell 2 of them. One being brand new, one being used. I didn't check to see if it was the same person. I doubt it is, because I didn't even print the labels for those yet, because I didn't even think we had them here. I'm happy to see those go. We got some baby dunks, we got some Air Maxes, some brand new Viotechs that I picked up from Plato's Closet, so nice to see those go out. Some New Balance, some Kyrie, some beaters. Air Force Maxes, I feel like that's a shoe that Nike probably needs to re-retro, in the classic Fab 5 colorway, as well as some other colorways. I feel like a lot of people, older people especially, would appreciate those. Cement Ones, Nipsey Hustles. We got some ASIC X-Men Storms, some New Balance. I think his name is Felix from Stockton, California. He ordered those, says he watches the content, so we appreciate the support. Some Oswegos, some 700s, and some 350s. Seemed like I was talking forever, and I feel like we still have more orders to find. It was a 60+ order day, so great to see that happen. Anything else about the orders or anything?
Happy Tuesday. Shout out to you guys, just because we've been talking about like we need to sell a couple of these things just because the shelves in the back room's just been stocked lately. But shout out to you guys because there's a lot of used stuff that's going out, which is really, really good, which opens up the floor for us a little bit. Off-White 4s, go right into it. That's so this morning, really, really happy about that pair. A lot of times those pairs are not the easiest movers, especially lately. But when you get a shoe like that used, it is easier to sell compared to new. Metallic 5s, that's a pair that a lot of people just like complain about prices, but like every time they complain about the price, that price is a good price because it continues to go up in price. This white infrared 6, when it comes to the 6s, I'm very picky. The black and the white I like from that era, that 2010 era. This Diamond Turf, everyone and their mother was sending offers on that pair, and happy to see it go. well because it's a really clean pair. Worn like maybe one time. Super clean, super nice. Classic Dion pair that I know a lot of people were hyped about. Can't go wrong there. The Bruce Lee's, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think that shit would sell that quickly, especially for what we got it for, or what we sold it for. Last Shot 14. It's funny, the Ferrari 14s are dropping this week, and I was thinking about like just going for it for the store just because 14s lately has been really popular for us, and the market on them has been really nice. So I feel like that's definitely a shoe you could definitely, you know, go and grab if you're able to, but make a couple dollars on. It's just funny looking at the Roshis just because both of those Roshis were throw-ins, and I just think about like 2012 when this shoe kind of dropped, and I remember being so excited and actually grabbing a pair. I remember having the blue pair, like the first version, and just being super hyped and that no one else had them. Looking back at it now, just like think like these shoes are actually like pretty terrible. It was a super terrible sneaker, but the innovation was perfect for the time. The Skeptas, that's one of those shoes that you got to be patient on just because the market is just super high and it's all over the place. But if you're patient enough, you will get, you know, close to or probably like what you want. The Slawns is the second pair we got in, and they're already going out. Dog Walkers, good pair right there. The Raf Simmons, love that shoe. It's funny because there's one specific colorway I'm looking for and I can't find it, and when I do see it online, it's like super expensive. I'm not paying that price for it on Oswego, but definitely one of those sneakers you had to be there for because that shoe was super big. The whole Raf Simmons movement was big during the 2016, 17, 15 era, so definitely a nostalgic pair and a really good pair. Beef and Broccoli's, love that New Balance. That's a great New Balance right there. Had that a couple times and you can never go wrong with that pair. Those Barclays, love that pair as well. Kyrie's right there, one of the best basketball shoes I've ever put on. And all the clothing, just really happy about that. Farragut jeans, the leather jacket that Berwin sold us, really nice batch right there. So shout out to everyone who purchased something.
Beautiful batch to start off the week. We are all in here early because we have a ton of work to do today, so I'm not going to go too in depth with some of the stuff, but gotta start off with those 6s over there. Those are not mine, but I do still have my personal pair. I personally put those as my top 5 Jordan 6s of all time. Really like the colorway and the red specifically on those, and I believe it was featured in a old anime show back in the day. The Dions, of course, are really nice. I feel like whenever we get a used pair of those or a new pair of those, they tend to sell out pretty quickly. That used pair specifically, like Jordan said, a lot of people were offering on those. I'm not really surprised, and I believe that colorway has been pretty hard to obtain for some reason. There have been like a couple of restocks here and there, but I don't think Nike properly released those on the apps or anything like that, so it's only been coming out on Foot Lockers and Champs. Love this great array of SBs. Dog Walkers, SBs were one of those that I personally wanted back in the day. Still would kind of go for them now, but not as much as what I'm into currently. The Roshi Run's definitely a nostalgic pair right there. That's one of the sneakers that kind of got me into the game. I still remember my mom buying me my first pair of those, and they were a Nike ID, funny enough. So shouts to Mama Dukes on that, and shouts to the people who's still buying Roshi Runs. And I gotta end off by shouting out the person in Germany for buying that jacket. Hopefully you enjoyed as much as I did.
Shout out to all y'all for the support. Let's pack up all this stuff and see what happens today. YouTube, so sorry, but today we did not get any content. It was extremely hectic with new inventory, with old inventory, with customers, with sales, with trades, catching up on listings, just trying to, you know, put things in the right place, moving things around. So sorry about that. Maybe we'll film another day this week, maybe not, I'm not sure. Appreciate all the support. Anything else?
For a sneaker show and coming on a Tuesday, those usually are the craziest days. Usually crazier than a Saturday where we just buy a lot of stuff, because usually we come in here the same day of the show after and just, you know, put stuff here, and it's just like all chaotic. We had 60 orders today, but for as much stuff we had to get done today, I feel like we did a pretty good job. You know, everyone getting here early, getting out the 60 orders on time, being able to inventory this, flick it up, post majority of this stuff, and put it away. It was a really good job by the guys, honestly, because yeah, this is a lot of work, and usually Tuesdays we're playing catch up, so to be able to, you know, be in a good spot tomorrow and the rest of the week is always a good feeling. There's some stuff I bought behind the counter here, and then there's some stuff over there that's going out tomorrow, some really good sales. Yeah, just a really good productive day, honestly. I know we didn't get much content, but we're taking care of a lot of this stuff behind the scenes. I think that's the most important thing, that the eBay comes first, so taking care of that and making sure that's up to speed, the listings are correct, the photos matches, the shoes, and everything just, you know, everything's just perfect. I think that's the most important thing right now, but we did get some good stuff in. A really clean pair of Ama 5s that A bought next door. I bought a pair, another metallic 5. One of my favorite LeBrons, honestly, LeBron 4 is a black pair. This is, to me, his best model. This says purple on Go, but I think this is pink. Another pair of AEs, some Flugings, some Kyrie Infernos. One of the best Kyries, honestly. Kyrie 2s. Really clean pair of the new Breads. Some Aquas, Rare Airs. I'm coming around on these in the 4s. Still wouldn't wear them, but still, they're definitely a lot better in hand than advertised in pictures and stuff like that. So really good pair there. Yeah, that's about it. Don't want to do too much talking because it's already past 7 and the other guys want to get home. But yeah, good busy Tuesday.
Just wanted to point out that a lot of this stuff I tried to do before 1 p.m. So as you guys can see, we have a massive wall of shoes. We also have a massive size run of white cements. So if you guys are out there looking for white cement 4s, y'all know who to look for. Your boys at Top Shelf Kicks. Definitely a lot of stuff when it comes to 95s. Definitely 4s. Good majority of the stuff there. So yeah, shouts to everyone who stopped by today, and of course shouts to everyone who's watching and subscribing.
One and done. Catch you guys another time. Peace.